So this week is already going crazy for the Chargers. We've got awesome news, we've got smoking hot rumors, and we've got that pure gut-wrenching feeling only a real fan base gets. Let's get started. First thing, a comeback that could totally change this defense. Then, some serious behind-the-scenes stuff to help that offensive line. And it doesn't end there. We've got a new guy showing up as a great opportunity on offense. And on top of everything, one more move that shows the front office is dialed in on every little thing. Yes, guys, the vibe in LA is changing, and I'm not just talking about the weather. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. Before we really get into this, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and it helps us out big time. Okay, guys, biggest good news is that Khalil Mack is getting closer to coming back, and that changes the whole locker room vibe. Come on, the guy's been out since that elbow injury way back in week 2 against the Raiders. He went on injury reserve, did his minimum time off, and now finally they've officially opened that famous 21-day window for him to get back to practice. That's the first step to getting him back on the active roster. And that right there is reason enough for the whole fan base to be totally pumped. Eric Smith from the Chargers official site said that Mack is good to start practicing again. There's still no solid date for his game return, but the team can bring him back anytime within these 3 weeks. Honestly, the simple fact that the team even opened the window shows they're confident in his recovery. When the front office makes that call, it's because the dude is close to being fully healthy.
Now here's what got everyone talking. That move the Chargers made behind the scenes. The trade for Odafe. A lot of people thought that was a sign Mack would be out longer, but apparently that's not what's going on at all. Odafe came in to add depth, not to take over. The plan is to have both of them on the field together, making an insane duel with Tuli Tuipulotu filling out the rotation. Think about that, guys. Mack, Odafe, and Tuli splitting reps on the defense that was definitely missing Joey Bosa and even Poona Ford in the middle. This is our shot to bring back that hard-hitting, explosive impact we've been yelling for these past few weeks. And have you seen Mack's excitement? When he's out there on the sideline, keep praising and motivating his teammates? That's insane. And you know this dude is competitive as hell, and watching the team grinding with close wins and constant defensive pressure has got to be driving him nuts to get back out there. If he's really ready to start practicing again, the outlook for the rest of the season could change completely. The only thing is that the team hasn't put out that official statement with dates, status, and limits. So for now, all we have is the green light for the final phase of his prep.
And hold on tight, because this story could get a huge new twist in the next few days. The situation on the Chargers' offensive line has become a real problem, and it looks like the front office is already looking for help. You know Rashawn Slater is already out for the whole season, and Joe Alt is dealing with high ankle sprain injury. The team has felt how much it hurts losing those 2 stars. So according to insider Josina Anderson, LA has started to check out the market, and the name that came up in a big way is Braxton Jones from the Chicago Bears. Jones is that kind of player who isn't a superstar yet, but he's got experience and upside. He's got 44 starts in Chicago, which shows he's been in the trenches for a while. He lost some playing time after a kind of rough start to the season, but he's still a solid tackle. And here's the most interesting part. He's in the last year of his rookie contract, which means cheap price and low risk for whoever makes the move. The Bears, on the other hand, seem ready to let him go. O-line coach Dan Rauschar praised the guy's effort, said he's working his butt off, but the reality is the team doesn't want to pay big money to keep someone who's probably leaving anyway. What does that mean? It's the perfect deal for a team like the Chargers that needs a quick fix without giving up the future. Think about it. Justin Herbert is playing at an elite level, but without good protection, no magic can last. The team is 4-2, still very much in the playoff race. But if we want to keep this going, we got to find a way to lock down the edges. Getting Jones for a 6th or 7th round pick would be an absolute steal, a total gift. Plus, he could show up ready to play right away, covering that left side while Alt and Slater get better. That would give Herbert time to work and the offense a chance to get back its groove. The Chargers know we can't let the season fall apart over small stuff. A smart move right now could be the difference between a good team and a legit contender. And the best part, he'd come in with extra fire, dying to prove himself and get back his spot in the league. The idea of a trade like this makes total sense, especially because it's cheap and fixes an immediate problem. The risk is tiny. The upside could be huge. And if there's one thing every single fan knows, it's that protecting Herbert is priority number one. So, are we going to see a move in the next few days? The chances are high because the trade deadline is getting closer and closer, and the Chargers are not going to miss this chance. And if they do, it could totally change how this season goes.
Besides Braxton Jones, 3 more options are open for the Chargers. The first one is Evan Neal from the Giants. The guy was a first-round pick back in 2022, but things just haven't clicked for him in New York. He was supposed to be that long-term fix at tackle, but he's been struggling and even got benched a few times this season as a healthy scratch. That's tough for a player taken that high. But here's what's interesting. The Giants might be ready to move him for a late-round pick, and honestly, that could be a big win for a team like the Chargers. Neal's run blocking is still strong. Last season, he earned an 80.8 PFF grade in that area, ranking top 10 among all tackles. That's not a small thing. The potential is still there. He's young, and maybe he just needs a change of scenery. Drop him in LA, let him reset, work under new coaching, and who knows? You might end up with a solid starter again for a very cheap price. And if it doesn't work out, no big deal. Low risk, high upside. That's exactly the kind of move the Chargers should be thinking about right now. Next up is Max Mitchell from the Jets. Now this one makes a lot of sense. The Jets are loaded at offensive tackle after adding Olu Fashanu and Armand Membu, plus they've got Chukwuma Okafor as their swing guy. So Mitchell's become the extra man. He's just 26 in the last year of his rookie deal and has experience at both left and right tackle. That's a big plus because it gives flexibility. He's not a superstar, but he's solid. He's got good hands, decent footwork, and he knows how to use his body in pass protection. That's something this Chargers O-line needs badly right now. The best part is, he's affordable. You could probably get him for a late-round pick and plug him in right away if needed. For a team that's struggling with depth and injuries, that's a win. He's one of those guys who may not grab headlines, but he quietly does his job and helps stabilize things. Sometimes those are the trades that matter the most by the end of the season. And the last name that's come up is Dillon Radunz from the Saints. This guy's a real utility piece. He signed a 1-year prove-it deal in New Orleans and started a couple games already this season because of injuries. When their line is healthy, he's technically a backup, but he's got a ton of experience. He's played in 58 games with 33 starts and has lined up all over the place. Left tackle, right tackle, both guard spots, you name it. Last season when he was with the Titans, he got most of his snaps at right tackle and even pulled a 78.7 run blocking grade. That's impressive. He's physical, reliable, and knows how to move defenders. For the Chargers, a guy like this could be a perfect fit because of his versatility. You can slot him anywhere and not worry. Plus, he's not going to break the bank. Cheap deal, proven experience, and someone who can step in right away, that's everything this team needs right now.
General Manager Joe Hortiz is known for checking the market until he finds the right guy. Now, the big question is, are the Chargers gonna move fast? Because the way the market is, waiting around could mean losing the player to another team, and there's no way we can miss that chance.